on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Yeah, I am in on this. I think it looks better than the other two. If I can get the ultra rare for Prime and I can go, hey, I want that one, and it's the ultra rare one, then yes, I would probably get it. But I was thinking about it, but the way your tone is, it sounds like you're excited and you want me to get it. So maybe I will. And she just like stared at me. This one is the worst looking one to me. I hate this one.
I've got to say, it's the funniest thing that the tank is the smallest alt mode out of all of these.
I was sitting here looking and thinking the same thing because I was just like, oh God, it just makes me want to go out and mod my car. Yeah, I already have 3 of the X-Transbot versions, so I'm good.
Well, you're about to have 4 because Spectre General is in stock on there.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, Bot vs. Con fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot vs. Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we get into that, let's say what's up to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can find many of the figures we're going to be talking about, whether it's in stock, maybe it's on pre-order, and hey, who knows, maybe it's on its way to you. So stay tuned for that. I hope I have some stuff coming. I hope you do, James. Also want to say thank you to our members. Really do appreciate you helping us on this journey, and to our subscribers. Without you, we would not be doing this show. Speaking of subscribers, if you haven't already, please click that notification button and that like button and that subscribe button, more importantly, because it really does help out the channel. And I want to give an official shout out to a fan of ours. I want to say thank you to Michael for watching. Get well soon. Michael was in a bad car accident and had surgery, so we just want to say, blessings to you and to the family, and hope everybody's safe. Also, I want to say thank you to Joe for dropping off my little package at Urban Pop Comics. Really do appreciate that. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the news.
Let's do it. And first, wow, look at this. The what are they? The plates that you can go ahead and order. Stands, there you go, and I got mine right here. With our logo, you can go ahead and order them now from Iacon 3D Labs. Links are in the description. They're $27, and I think they're well worth the money. They're very cool. And I really like what they did with Optimus and Megatron. Why not go ahead and get one for them?
That's what I say. I mean, it's almost like having me and you next to each other.
Pretty much, yeah. So let us know what you think about these, and let's just keep it moving to another tariff situationship, I guess we could say. And this time it's from TF's Express. So why don't you take it over, because you put this in the news?
Yeah, actually, I was paying off a pre-order and I got this notification, and I was just like, wow, here's another one. And it's expected, but it's still good that they're sharing these things with us, and there's no surprises coming up. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't know how many different stores people shop at, so I just wanted to bring this to the attention for anybody who shops at this particular store in general. I've bought from them before, good people, and they're letting us know what's going on with the tariff situation.
Yes, and it's very important that hopefully they keep updating us, as it is very fluid at any moment. So
yes,
yeah, so
fluid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking,
I'm curious who knows what that means. My sports fans may know what that's from.
Speaking of fluid, let's talk about fluids leaking out of pipes. And we have new pictures of the War for Cybertron Thundercracker, and this is via eBay user Icon of Iacon. Oh, that's kind of a cool name. And I thought these were interesting because he compared it to the original release of Starscream. And I do have to say, I kind of do like the variation on Starscream more than Thundercracker with where the colors are placed, but they do look good together.
We are definitely opposite. I actually like the way Thundercracker looks better than Starscream, and I'm surprised. I in bot mode. Let me just say in bot mode, and I don't know why. It just looks like it just reminds me of Thundercracker more so than Starscream in bot mode. In alt mode, I think Starscream definitely looks better though.
Yeah, I think for me, I just like the variation. I wish like the thighs on Thundercracker were like black or gray or whatever to help kind of separate the blue. It's very Bitstormish.
Yeah, I'm
I
drawing.
think that's the blue Rainmaker.
Oh, is that his name?
I think so.
Okay, that makes sense then. Well, I just see the black kneecaps and feet and everything, so that kind of broke it up for me.
Breaks
But
it up enough for you. Yeah, not for me. But let us know what you think down below, and we're going to move into what's just announced. Moving into just announced, we have some comic news, and we have Skybound's Energon Universe Special 2025, some additional covers. And it looks like they're introducing Mask into their Energon universe. What do you think of that?
Actually, first I want to start from left to right. I love that they're bringing Hound in. I'm behind on the comics, so it's cool. Hound was my first Transformer. The second one, seeing Jazz on the keyboard, that's so dope. I think that's really, really cool. Or at least the piano keys. I don't know if it's keyboard, whatever. And third, seeing Matt Tracker, then bringing Mask into Transformers, I'm done. I've actually put in and have bought stock in the comic. Yeah, I did. But the other thing is, for those who are familiar with Mask, we see that Matt Tracker's a brother on this. He's black. And so I'm sure there's going to be. I've already seen some comments. There's definitely some dislike because of the race change on that. I'm curious to see what other things we have in store for characters that may have been predominantly white and now changing to somebody else or a different race. Or even, there was like an Asian guy on the show. I wonder if he's going to stay Asian. There was an Indian guy. And, I'm just curious of how they're going to play with all the different characters, if they're going to keep the same race or if they're just doing a bunch of new changes to this.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing, but it could always be like a title, and then that would keep everybody happy, but I don't think you could keep everybody happy anyways. I think he looks great. I think it's a cool design. Again, don't know that much about the character. Love the Blur. Excuse me, I mixed it up. Hound, I love the blueprints design of that. I think that looks really, really cool with the alt mode. And the Jazz cover is a little too much for me. It's all over the place, but it's still cool. I can't tell what's going on if you're supposed to be able to tell what's going on. So it's cool, though. I like him on the keyboard. Maybe if you take the Quintessence and Hound out, I would have liked it a little bit better.
I wonder if that is Hound or if that's a G.I. Joe character driving the Jeep. It could be one and the same, but I'm wondering.
No spoilers, but I saw something about that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on to more Skybound news. We have the Skybound Energy Universe, the second anniversary cover. So they're going to have multiple issues, I think. What do you think about this?
Now, this has a lot going on.
Yes, but at least it's one scene. There's no floating keyboard flying through the screen.
That just reminds me of a typical G1 episode, something that might happen. This would be a really cool poster, and I would definitely like to see this as a poster.
Yeah, I would too. I think this looks great. I don't like the Sharkticon, really. He looks weird, but I do kind of like him at the same time because he looks more like a shark. So I'm kind of torn between that. But I do think this looks really cool. I remember looking at it and seeing something I didn't like, but I can't see it now. So I think this is you need to go ahead and print this out in a big scale to put on your wall, especially since you're a stakeholder in the company.
Yeah, I am. So yes, please support support the comic.
So we looked at magnets last time, I believe, and now you can get a folder.
A folder?
A folder, an A4 folder.
A folder.
Yes. This is not how you get me to purchase toys, but maybe it'll work for somebody, especially $300. That's like the whole line. But whatever. I think they need to go look at what Takara is giving away for free.
A folder.
Literally a folder.
A folder. Like I'm trying to sit here and think of what I would put in a folder. Like
your comics.
No. Not my comics. I love the way that sounds. Not my honestly, like if they came with, like with the figures, or like, remember how they used to have the tech specs on the
yes.
the boxes, and you want to put them somewhere or what? Like, there's nothing that comes with the figures that you would store in a folder, and that's why it's really throwing me off. Like, and then maybe if it was a binder, so if I was in school or whatever, I could use. But a folder, like,
they would have been better off just doing a sticker set.
Like, what am I gonna put in there?
Yeah, I don't understand it, but you can get one for free.
No, it's $300. It's a $300 folder. Man, kick rocks.
Next up, we have at the Beijing Model Exhibition, they have the Peterbilt 379 Optimus, and then other pictures. And this is via Weibo user Neo PSX.
This was my gripe with the first movie. While I still liked the original Transformers Bayverse movie, it was just everything was a GMC vehicle, and it was, and I understand why, but it before I knew about the backgrounds of it, I was just like, wait a minute, why is such and such this, and why is such and such this? It didn't make any sense to me. These look really good though.
Yeah, I think they look amazing for what they're supposed to be. Not a big fan of them is Ironhide and Bumblebee. Optimus is fine, but the other two, but I do think they look great. So your mileage may vary. That was my
reason for saying, like, I didn't see Ironhide as a pickup truck, and I was just like, that doesn't make sense. But
if it was red, I think I would have been okay with it. It was the color that threw me off more. Like Bumblebee, I could kind of fudge. Anyways, that's a whole separate conversation. We're here to talk about Transformers Bot Racers, Bumblebee, and Starscream.
I saw these from a distance, and I thought they were cute. Seeing them up close, they're still cute. Starscream looks a little... I like him in his alt mode better than his bot mode. Bumblebee looks good in his bot mode, I think. And these are cute.
Yeah, so these are just repaints. They're not new molds. This wasn't meant to be Starscream. I forgot who it was molded after.
Mirage,
what?
Was it Mirage, I hope?
No, it was like Blitz or something. You're going to make me look it up. I think these are very cute, though, especially, and they'll be great for kids.
Yeah.
And Starscream, it kind of works. It was... this is going to make you mad. He's a redeco of Whirl.
Well,
Rescue Bot's Whirl racing car from 2019. Anyways, who cares about that? I think Starscream kind of works in this. It looks like Starscream in bot mode, in car mode. It still has the Starscream aesthetic. I think this is a really cool thing for, like, I forgot what was it? The new line.
Oh, the
of Transformers.
Jungle Force.
Not that one. The one with Scorponok. And Grimlock has, like, the Gatling gun arm.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
This Starscream would be perfect for that. Like not Jazz. Mirage is a jet. Have Starscream be a Formula 1 racer. I think that would be kind of cool. As like an alternate universe type of thing.
Alternate universe.
So, I mean, they change... Can't they just scan whatever they want and transform into it anyways?
That is true.
So that's Starscream. There's an episode where he joins the Stunticons.
There you go.
I think it's actually kind of cool. Yeah. And then there was also was it Alternity? Where Starscream was a car.
Oh, yeah.
These were cars. So, this isn't the first time we've seen it, and I think they did a great job on this, especially since it's a kid's toy.
Yeah, it looks. I think both of them are fine, and I love introductory toys to Transformers. So this is what it seems like to me. Maybe a second edition, a second level of introductory toys to Transformers.
They might be confused after seeing this as their first Starscream, but
Definitely,
it is.
Definitely.
Next up, we have officially licensed Heroes of Cybertron Tankard by Nemesis Now. I think these are the same people that did the bookends. Are you going to be picking this up to drink your beer in?
I don't drink beer. Well, root beer. I would pour some root beer. I actually want to see how much these cost.
If it's the same company, you have to make an account to see the prices.
Oh, God. Yeah, I am actually interested. These are kind of cool. I would pick these up, depending on the cost, of course.
So a few things. One, that handle is very uncomfortable with that big matrix right in the center, right in your palm. Two, I get why they're doing it. I don't like how they stick out. Like, I wish it was just a decal on the side versus like, it looks very kiddish, like what I used to get as a kid. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather it look more finished. I don't
know. I think if I remember reading correctly, the centerpiece comes out, so it's almost like a
beer cozy.
Yeah, a koozie. That's what I was thinking of. And so you can wash the cup and not have to worry about damaging the outer mug aspect. So I like that. That
makes complete sense. I still don't like how it looks. It looks kind of cheap.
Yeah, I actually like I really like the colors. I like the weathering of the matrix handle and everything. I think it looks really good. Yeah, I
What would you pay for this?
Officially licensed. Jeez, $30.
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me what the price is.
Yeah.
Next up, I don't think these are for sale, but I thought this was what we're talking about because we've been talking about all the bad on this figure, so why don't we talk about something that's, good that the community's doing for this figure. And we've got a chest filler from Zero Prime on TFW. So you can see it, the little bit of a wider white right there. Mm-hmm. And I think this does look really good.
I think it does too. I just don't remember what it looked like without the piece there. So
I hope it wasn't empty.
I do.
But I think hopefully this is a good sign that people are not having their figures all cracked.
Yeah. I'm glad you said it the way you did. Is we talked last time about the bad aspect of it. This is some good things that are happening. So hopefully everyone who backed this gets their figure corrected, doesn't have issues. If you haven't received yours yet, and hopefully there's nobody that is forced to get a refund that doesn't want a refund.
That's the part that I would be worried about. So,
yeah,
knock on wood for you guys. Don't laugh. We have Funby Studios Missile Blast Effect. I think this will look very good in color, and it'll be very interesting to have the missile actually shooting out. Laughed.
Man, yeah, it's a thing, and
they should not have shown this without color. That's all I'm gonna say.
They should have put it on a weapon.
Yes.
Because
Moving on to this, we've got Magic Square Toys. Oh, and Mukudu, I guess that's another one. MSGO 4W Truck Boy, the Ultra Magnus color. What do you think of this?
I love this color. I know you didn't like the Nemesis version. You had issues with yours. I actually didn't have any.
I mean, I didn't have any issues with it. I just didn't like it.
Loose. You said it was loose. Like you were talking about the arm was loose and floppy. I remember you talking about that.
Oh, well, yeah, but that wasn't like a QC issue. That was just what happens when you use pins.
So. Yeah, I am in on this. I think it looks better than the other two. The blue looks very vibrant.
Yeah. One. Okay, go on. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like the green in the chest and the waist looks, and the eyes looks really good. The blue fist look really good, and even in alt mode, again, the blue and the red really break up the white cab. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so I don't like the red bumper. I don't like that on my Magnuses. I understand why. It was just a cartoon error back in the day. So, I'd rather have it be silver. They really messed up, though, by not giving him a blue mouthpiece. That completely destroys the Magnus. It is just a white Prime now. But the teal looks really good, and it's fine. But it does also look like it's going to combine.
It does. And that's... So, if they did something where all of these combined into something, that would be really, really cool.
Well, I remember getting it, and like the gun would bend at a weird angle and stuff, and I'm like, what is this for? And it's for the head. So, which is really cool. This is a really cool little thing. Not for me. I'm good. They messed up the colors too much for me. But I do think it looks nice.
Yeah.
For what it is.
I think I will be picking this up if the price doesn't go crazy.
Sounds about
I haven't put any new pre-orders in since the charges have been, so
you probably have enough for now.
I can definitely take some time off.
Next up, Magic Square showed off their I guess they're just calling it Pterosaur, which is Swoop, and it's a test shot.
I haven't picked up any of these. I thought they were finished with these, so I maybe I was getting confused with New Age, but it looks fine. The yellow doesn't look bad on this one like it did on some of the others.
I agree. I think maybe they got their lighting better or whatever. The faux chest is a little bit iffy, but then you couldn't get this waist or the ab crunch. And I do like the beak better than Hasbro's. I think that shape is much nicer. So I think this looks really cool.
It's slender. It's not more. Yeah. It's not a pelican beak.
It's more of a pterodactyl or pterosaur. I would, I've been collecting pterodactyl figures. I wouldn't mind picking this up if the price is right. I think the price is going to be too much now, so I'm probably out. I'd love a repaint of this, though, into anything else.
Well, why don't you go back and get the New Age ones? Do you like this one better than the New Age versions?
Those are a little too expensive for what they are.
Oh, okay.
Those are like, what, $80?
I don't think I paid that much for it.
Okay, well, either which way. Yeah, a little too much. Moving on to something that I was kind of interested in, and then I saw the colored version. We've got the classic scale, or the classics Optimus Prime in like Legends size. So this is my favorite Prime design, because this is what I grew up with. This is what I have nostalgia for. This was my first Optimus Prime. G1, not like Robots in Disguise. And I saw the black test shot, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind picking this up. And then I saw it with the red shorts, which makes it look like it's wearing a silver like bikini, and I was like, oh, that's horrible. I'm like, I'll stick with the one I already have.
He has on some boxer briefs.
I see a bikini and then an underbra.
Oh man.
And then like thigh highs.
Oh yeah.
Like anyways. Just give it to us in masterpiece scale, which another company did, but actually give us all the colors that they were teasing.
Magic Mike turns Optimus. That is, yeah. This is easy skip for me.
Yeah. Next up, Meng Motion showed off FG01 Jetfire. I don't exactly know what this is, but I think this would probably have your money.
I thought I already have this, but...
Do you? With all these pieces?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this isn't new.
Yeah, I have this.
all right. Is it in Transformers packaging? Because I thought you got one in Robotech.
No, it's in Transformers packaging.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but it is still really cool. And, I like it. And I love the fact that you can do that transparent accessories on there. Mm-hmm. Which looks really good. Actually, I showed it off because there was a piece that fell off of mine, and somebody told me where that piece went to, and I really appreciate that.
Okay. You need to pick this up, though. We got Mega Fans Toys. That name. Lightning.
No.
I think you need a Legends Blitzwing. I don't think you have one yet.
If I did get one, it wouldn't be this one.
But it's
Now,
Fans Toys. It's not only Fans Toys, it's Mega Fans Toys.
And they're a mega lie. It's fine for what it is. I just think there's better options out there. Definitely in the MP size. I haven't looked at if there's a release in the Legend scale, but I'm okay. I think I can pass on this. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great to me either.
Yeah, this one would have to be one of the cheaper ones, I would assume. Not like New Age, so.
Yeah.
Well, stick with us, and we'll be right back with the updates.
I'm so curious to see what the other modes look like.
Moving into the updates from TFW Mod Deshande, I think I pronounced that correctly. We have some Action Battler blind boxes. They're from a Chinese company, Tanmi Space. They're about 6 to 7 centimeters tall, and they include quite a bit of accessories. And yeah, they look fine.
I think I like the Shockwave the best out of these.
I think the Optimus/Nemesis mold also looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't really see Bumblebee, but Megatron has some weird proportions in like his thighs, and same thing with Starscream with his legs. I don't
know. Starscream looks like he has Popeye arms as well. It just looks like the blue is really swollen. You know. Yeah. I'm so tired of blind boxes. I can see. Darn it.
And I think you do need to pick this up, though. This is the ultra rare gold variant for Prime.
If I can get the ultra rare for Prime and I can go, hey, I want that one, and it's the ultra rare one, then yes, I would probably get it. But
and you don't have to buy like 64 of them to get one.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. With my luck, nope, not going to be able to do it.
Takara showed off that they'll be getting Skybite and Vortex. The pre-orders will be coming up in a few days. So if you're in Japan, go ahead and pre-order them.
Now, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to get the Hasbro and the Takara version of Skybite?
No, because they're the same figure.
Okay. But, I mean, doesn't Takara typically do like a...
They used to. They don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Now, if they came out with the premium deco...
Yeah, like the premium deco.
If they came out with... That's not this one. These are just that stock photos from Hasbro. But if they did do a premium deco, I would probably buy that again.
Okay.
And if they did... What was it? Hell Warp, which was the Sky Warp color of Skybite, I'd probably pick that up too.
Yeah,
and Cyber Shark's a no-brainer. Hopefully they come out with the Cyber Shark too. So,
yeah, I'll get this one, or the Hasbro version, and I'll be good.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
I think they literally just put Japanese stickers on the Hasbro boxes now.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
And they're also coming out with the Hearts of Steel figures, which I think you were in for, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I was in for the box.
That's not what I remember. I remember you saying you want all of them, especially the Megatron.
I do think these look better though, but I'm not in for the price of these.
Yeah, the price is a little much. They look good though. I think Starscream needs a little paint around the propellers, but I do think they look good.
Prime has a megaphone. He's going to talk you to death.
I mean, doesn't he do that already? I'm just joking.
That was an alley-oop for you to sink that one. Yeah, I figured you were going to say that.
Moving on, Funby Studio showed off the Insignia fight stance. I still don't know what this Insignia is. Do we have any comments? I didn't see any.
I didn't either.
Okay, well, let us know where this comes from. Funby Studio said it came from Siege, so I'm assuming it was maybe on the packaging, but I don't know how this correlates to Superion. But they look good, nonetheless.
They do look good, and I was wondering like if were they gonna like combine together or something like that. But yeah, I have no idea. I think the aerial bots are growing on me. They look, no uh-ohs. They look better than what they did initially as individual alt modes and bots. The combined mode I still don't like.
Have you seen the calves on the combined mode?
I haven't paid that much attention.
Somebody posted a picture of just the calves, and they stick out like the whole. So here's a leg. Here's where the jets stop.
Oh! You're talking about the combined mode.
Yeah, the combined mode. They don't
Yes, yes, I have seen.
I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be a
little bit more pushed
in.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little
like maybe flip the wings around this way to clip on or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking for too much as normal.
Yeah, I think I wasn't planning on picking these up, especially since I had just picked up the fans toys, but these don't look as they look better than, like I said, I thought they would when they first came out,
especially in bot mode.
Yeah.
This is all you, though. We've got the 3D printed, as they're calling it, Divorce Class 6-foot Unicron by Alvin Reyes of Transformers 3D Printing. The human, for scale, he said, is 4 foot 6 inches.
Yeah, that's bananas. So I showed my lady this, and she's like, "You're not getting that, are you?" And I said, I was thinking about it, but the way your tone is, it sounds like you're excited and you want me to get it, so maybe I will. And she just like stared at me, like she hit me with like 1,000 needles. This is really cool. I'm curious to see what the wing, like, you're gonna do wings for it and everything like that. So this thing's gonna be 6 feet tall and 12 feet wide when you add those wings to it.
Yeah, the wings I was just thinking that, like, structurally, because they're so thin, how would he do that? So I'm interested in that. But I think taking away the 6-foot aspect, this is an amazing non-transforming Unicron. Has all the cues, the red abs, enough color variation. Maybe the feet are the wrong color. Aren't they supposed to be more silver? But that's like nitpicking at that point. I think this looks phenomenal. I hate to. He probably has like 4 3D printers that are on fire after printing this out. Kudos to him for doing, making a divorce class. Somebody said, I can't say it. Well, we'll talk after this or do it on the After Dark episode when we do that. But somebody called this another class, and I thought it was hilarious. So,
well, not only that, but in a message I saw, he moved into a 1,500 square foot apartment with this, and so that's what I started laughing, because I was like, God, this thing's taking up like
half the apartment.
Yeah.
And that's not including the giant head that's somewhere too.
That's crazy.
It is. Next up, we got TFC Toys Jakiro, from which completes Satan, Abominus. So I'll go first because I'm not the biggest fan of this set. This one is the best looking out of all of them because there's no like neon see-through colors. This actually looks more or less like a King Toys-esque version of Hunger. So I give him props for that.
This one is the worst looking one to me. I hate this one. I was just like, what is this?
I'm looking at like the colors and stuff. The design is not for me.
Yeah, the colors look cool. His feet look like he has some cool Nikes on. I'm so
they do, yeah.
So yes, the colors look good, but the shapes and the like how it comes together, it just looks like
I see that. And it's weird, like the thing in front of his face.
Yeah, the horn. He looks like somebody who has on like a sumo outfit and a football helmet on, and he just
I see that. Yeah,
his
there's so much
proportions don't-
distance between his neck, the tip of his chest, and where his head is.
Yeah, and I mean, like, again, I always looked at him as being a little bit more slender and tall.
That makes sense because of the G1 toy.
Yeah, but this one looks very cubish. Maybe it'll look better in hand, but yeah,
It could be the angle too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was mostly talking about the colors because none of these really sit well with Abominus for me with their designs.
Yeah, I like the feet though. Like I said, it looks like some Nikes.
Well, you could just take the feet off and pose that then.
Yeah, that's good. That's about it.
Next up, we've got Robo Toys Xiao Hu. Via these pictures are via June King, and I do want to give out a shout out to Chuck. Goodness gracious, Chris Norris. I was thinking of
Chuck Norris.
exactly. I got it all mixed up. Thank you so much for sending me the Shadow Panther, so I could actually kind of speak on this with some knowledge of it. And that thing's a really good figure, so I have no doubt that this will be. It's very well made. The transformation is very easy, but honestly better than the Masterpiece. So if you're into Beast Wars Legends, definitely go in on this.
So are you picking this one up too?
No. If they do a black repaint.
Okay.
I just don't want a Tigertron. But it looks really good. It looks like it poses really nicely. The front legs are a little too cube-ish for the organic look that they're going for. And I don't really like the creases in the face of the tiger, but you can't really do anything against that. I'm assuming it's a fake tiger head on the chest. Oh, I don't think it is. I think you could just change it from screaming to not. I would have probably left that just not changeable. Yeah, I think it looks good though.
I like the green. The green is that color is.
I love
beautiful.
Tigertron's color scheme though. The white tiger with the bright green, very smart. Whoever did that way back in the 90s, it looks better than what it was supposed to be, which was an orange tiger with the green. This is a much better combination in my opinion. And here he is with his other Robot Toys brethren. I still think it's weird that Optimus and Megatron are a different stylization from these very show accurate figures. But I do think they look good together.
That is a very good point. Yeah. Well, glad you got a chance to handle it. I know we've talked a lot about Robot Toys and we've made references to a couple of members who have collected these, but now you can be our expert on this and pick up the rest of them.
Well, that's not going to happen, but maybe the Scorponok, if they start doing MP size, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, well, they're doing Scorponok.
Well, Scorponok, but I mean, if they do some others,
I would assume they'd continue. Honestly, if they upsize this Cheetor to an MP size, I'd pick it up in the Battle Ravage colors. It's pretty good. So, moving on to who is this now? Where am I?
Fans
There
Hobby.
we go. Fans Hobbies, Metal Hawk. I love how they're not showing it. What?
This isn't about Metal Hawk.
Yeah,
this is. No, they're re-releasing.
Didn't they? They already re-released it.
They're doing it again.
Didn't they just re-release it like at the end of last year, and it's still in stock?
I don't know if this is a different color scheme, but that was the the news on this, is that they're re-releasing it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that because I thought it was an old figure that you could get very easily if you really want to. So,
but I think this might be this is, I think, is this the second version re-released? Maybe
they just released the second version.
So I know that. So it's either a re-release of the first version or a re-release of the second version.
Now you got me looking it up.
I think this is the second version.
They just say face off. MB08A Double Evil A will have a pre-production rerun soon. Stay tuned. So I'm guessing it's the first one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a difference between them.
Yeah, there is a difference. There's a color difference, and then the second one they added more of the little guys. whatever they're called, not engine masters. What?
Breast masters.
Yeah, not. Were they weren't called breast masters for.
I thought they were. Power masters.
Power masters. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Because they go. Oops.
Yeah. So yeah, they added some additional ones. So it's cool that if you wanted the first color version of this, then you can get that.
Yep. You're going to be picking this up, though. We've got Archcore's Arena of the Ancient Gods. This makes me want to buy both of these. This looks so cool. I love the snow on the dragons versus the dirt, sand, whatever you want to call it on the other one. I love the ballista. I like that the dragons... I don't want to say I'm in because these are expensive, but there's not much coming out for me, so I might be in on these. And it's new and refreshing. So.
You've been saving, so...
Because there hasn't been much coming out. So
yeah, so go ahead and get them. Ooh.
It looks so nice. And I guess he has like a magic mace or something. I don't know. That's so cool. I love the whip sword of the dragon.
Yeah.
Bot. These are really neat.
Yeah. I just did a lot. And yeah, I don't know if I can do it.
Just do it. What do you have to lose?
A lot.
This thing, we've got some new images of the G2 Devastator via Ingram, which on Weibo. So we could look at them a little bit closer. And they still look good. I don't think we have much to say on this that we didn't talk about last time, but they look good.
I did hear two things, and we didn't talk about this aspect. Somebody had mentioned that the purple is supposed to be black, and I was just like, you know what? I forgot about that.
Of what, on G2?
Yeah, and I said, you know what? It would have looked better in black. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been really, really cool. And somebody else commented that this is coming in a box set.
I assumed it was a box set because we saw all 6 of them.
So that is really cool, and that's going to hit me as well.
Yeah, I do want this. I think black would have looked better, but the purple, blue, whatever it is, does give it a little bit of variation, which I like that. I already talked about that earlier in the show. But black would have looked nice. And honestly, these look like the one we have, except they just changed the green to yellow. And I wish if it was black, at least that would have been another change from that. Yeah, it would have definitely. But like in alt mode and stuff, you don't see the purple at all. Yeah, and for besides on Bone Crusher a little bit in the front, but yeah, a little bit. With the combined mode, I forgot to mention, I like that the head isn't black though, to kind of separate it out. It's like that dark purple. It's not the same purple either. It's a darker purple. It's a darker purple. Yeah, almost like a midnight blue or something like that. Yeah. So close to purple. Exactly. So, and I like the red on the chest too, to kind of separate them out. I think this looks good. So hopefully this won't be too expensive and we'll be able to pick it up. Yeah, exactly. Next up, Lasercat Toys showed off the alt modes of Bruti. And I've got to say, it's the funniest thing that the tank is the smallest alt mode out of all of these. I was sitting here looking and thinking the same thing, because I was just like, oh, that shuttle's big. Makes sense. The helicopter's big. The tank is tiny. Even the Jeep looks bigger than it. But the Jeep is bigger than it compared to it. And I know there's scales all over the place, but it could be at least the same size as Swindle. Yeah, that's funny. Maybe it's because of the transformation. Maybe there's, it gets bigger in a small version with the transformation of it. I guess. But they do look good. Yeah. They're very cute. They are. Next up, we have Dr. Wu's box mock-ups for all of the stuff that's coming out. And they still look very good. Yeah, I did put a pre-order in for the various versions of Broadside. So you have been putting pre-orders in?
Yeah, just not that much. But I am going to wait to see what the final price is because I I'm not paying the late tax on an early figure. It's just a couple bucks. Yeah, but if we're talking 10, $15 more, I'm not doing it. $20 more, at that point I don't think it's worth it for the actual figure.
That makes sense. That's where I'm at too. Next up, we have the QQT kit for Vinakaiser via Dave Juicebox of TFW. So you can see that he's separated it out without having them in it. So are you going to be picking this up?
I think I might. It looks really good, and I like the now that I have the separation kit for
Magnus, right?
Magnus and for Superion, having those bots freed up to do other things with, I think will look really good. So I think I am, and then I can keep this on the shelf since this looks better, and I can break my TFC one down to alt mode and have these in bot mode.
That makes sense, yeah.
Or vice versa. But yeah, I think that I can have that way. It gives me three sets with two.
That makes sense, yeah. I think this looks good.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Ocular Max Stray. More pictures of him. This mode's okay. So you like the alt mode better? We didn't get to it, but I do think this looks amazing.
Okay, that's what you're. Well, let's backtrack. Okay, I was just when you said it's okay, I was like, oh, so the poses look amazing here. That cape looks awesome, and I usually don't like.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a uh-oh. I do have I am hoping that I get the red window version, but I think this looks really cool. I like the red rims on this as well, and again, the pose of him holding the sword with the wheel showing looks really cool. Yeah, I'm in on this definitely. And the next one that you jump to, God, it just makes me want to go out and continue modding my car. So
yeah, I think this looks great. The alt mode's where it's at with this figure, but again, you probably won't get the red Windows version, so be prepared.
Hey! Don't put that hate on me. Keep that to yourself. Reality. If anything, I might just go buy some red tint and tint the windows myself.
Oh, it's a good red Sharpie. That's what. I don't know. You just do it on the back of it. It would work. Probably look almost the same.
I'll let you do it first.
Okay, send me your figure and I'll do it for you. Yeah. Next up, we have the KO Flame Toys Furai model Windblade via Golden Zen. I could not show most of the pictures that they had on their the YouTube video. I don't know what they were doing, but they are thirsty. Working. Yeah, she was working. More than that. I don't know if you watched the video, but it is a kit. It's not pre-built, and it looks good. It looks like it's supposed to. It looks like it comes with a sticker set.
I need to still build the other model of.
Why you keep bringing that up? I got to do the same thing.
And you've had yours longer than mine. Than I have, rather. Yeah, I think it's cool. I will enjoy looking at other people do theirs until I get around to doing my first one, and then I'll decide if I want to, embark on this as well.
Yeah, maybe they'll do a cool repaint like they did for RC. Yeah. Lastly, we have DX9 Minis 03 Brainstorm via Weibo user. I think this is the first time we saw the back. Looks like it transforms kind of interestingly because I don't know what's going on back there.
I started to watch a video and I saw it standing, like a woman was holding it in her hand, and it looked bigger in her hand than what I thought, unless she just has really small hands. But it looked like it was like a chug scale almost instead of a legend size.
Well, aren't they supposed to be huge? Because like the Make Toys Chrome Dome is like as tall as Optimus Prime.
I don't consider that huge though. So,
well, when you think of I think of like the normal size as like Sideswipe.
Okay.
Like 7-inch tall for an Autobot. Let me say.
Yeah. I don't know. I scale is all over the place for me with Transformers toys.
Especially when you're comparing it to those cartoons.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily see them as being tall or short. It didn't look like a legend size figure. Gotcha. I guess I would go with it when I saw it, and it looks fine in bot mode. I like the way it looks in bot mode. I really like the colors of it as well, and even with the back, I don't know what's going on with the back, but it doesn't necessarily look bad.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying the back looked bad. I'm just saying it looks interesting. Like there's some accordion, like it accordions out or something, which looks kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the alt mode that kills it for me.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll be right back with what's incoming and recently released. Yeah. Moving on to incoming. Before we start into it, Bobby just brought this up about the Kickstarter for the Skybound comics. Take it away, Bobby.
Yeah, so the compendium set, as I'm looking here, the last tier was unlocked. The last stretch goal was unlocked as well. There's 16 hours to go at time of recording, so this actually ends Wednesday, May 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm actually looking at the numbers go up as we're talking. Right now, it's $4,125,865 has been pledged, which is amazing. It just went up again, which is so cool to see it go up. There's 9,991 backers. So this is the most successful comic Kickstarter to date. So congratulations. Oh, really? Yes. Congratulations to everyone who's backed this. I know I did. I just want a cut of that $4 million.
That might be a little hard to get. But yeah. Congratulations to everybody. That is very cool. Enjoy your comics. Next up, we have the 3D printed Rat Bat from, who is it? I don't have the name. Anyway, you can go find it on Facebook. Did you order this?
I have not yet, but I think I'm going to.
Order 2 of them.
Okie dokie.
Save on shipping. I think this looks great. I want a Rat Bat in my collection, and the purple face is a little weird, but I'm sure that's cartoon accurate, so I'll take it.
I don't remember the distinctness of that, but
it's a little strange, right? And maybe it's supposed to be cell shaded, maybe.
Could be, but I definitely plan on reaching out to order one of these. I still haven't seen a cost yet, or 2 of these, I guess I should say. So I haven't seen a cost yet, but. I'm very interested.
Well, they won't be hit with tariffs, so it should be reasonable.
Exactly.
Next up, we got New Age H69 William. I hate that. Their names that they use. Or Sunstreaker. And this looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like the articulation with the arms and the legs and stuff like that. That's really, really cool. It hits on Sunstreaker to me. The alt mode, I mentioned what I saw when we first talked about it, but it looks good. I'm not picking this one up, but to everyone who's getting this, let us know how it is when you get it.
Yeah, I think it does look good. There's things I can nitpick, but I've already done that. So, yeah. Moving on to recently released. First, we have BDT Studios with weapons for Legacy Animated Prime. I love the hammer.
Didn't Ultra Magnus have a hammer in?
Yes, and spoilers for the animated show, I believe. I could be wrong, so I might be telling you the wrong information. I think Magnus dies and Prime takes the hammer. Or Magnus gives him the hammer. Something like that happens.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I see there's the shoulder weapons. Looks like he has on his forearms. He has something. I don't know what that's from. The hammer.
It's like the wing saber set. So he has the
Oh,
wings.
is that what it is?
It's kind of like what you have for the Motormaster.
Okay, got it. Yep. Okay, yeah, looks cool.
Yep. Renderform put out an announcement that there's a new website. I know we've tried to check out the website and we've had issues getting to it. So there's a new one. Deathsaurus gun will be shipping soon. And you could pick up the Sari kit as well if you need that.
Yeah, I remember you were very interested in the gun. Did you order it or
not for $37?
Okay.
I think that price is probably fair for all of the work that goes into it. I'm just not willing to spend that much money on this figure.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I'll just wait for like a DNA. Sorry. And them to come out with one, Maybe with a real chain too. That would be really cool.
Yeah. And I really like the colors of the Sari.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
You won't get it painted if you go order it. You have to do that yourself. But I think they did an amazing job finding a figure that works. I just don't need it in my collection, and I don't think you do either. But I could see a lot of people being very happy with this.
Yes, and this was in the LA customizing class, correct?
Correct, yes. Correct,
yeah. The first one we skipped.
Yep. Next up, we have, where is it? GYH Toys 8812 Skyhawk leader via Weibo or Billy user. I think this is an oversized Studio Series Prime because it looked bigger in his hands. I could be wrong. But if you need another Prime, go pick it up.
This is probably my least favorite out of all the Primes that we've talked about. It doesn't look finished. There's like some of them have a lot of details and I just don't like it because of the movie Prime, but this one just looks like a really bad knockoff of any of the versions of Primes that we talked about.
And I think you're correct. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
A very cheap knockoff.
Yeah.
Moving on, we already talked about this once, but we didn't talk about the Thing of Botus. And these pictures are a rewind of TFW, and Death Cobra will be coming home soon.
Yeah, he will be. I'm very excited. My first time handling a Death Cobra figure, so I'm pretty excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it. Mine has shipped.
Yeah, it looks good. Next, we have Masterminds Creations Ventus Blades. This is probably already shipped from you too. And looking at the combined mode with the arms, I know we kind of judged it before. I think it looks a lot better when it's completed from what we looked at before. Still not my favorite, but I do think it looks good. Blades looks good too. It has that weird thigh thing that all of these Ocular Max figures have, with the really, really skinny and then bigger. Somebody did point out that the gold faces that come with him, I guess, are for Groove, not for Blade. So that makes a lot more sense. Yep. Probably gets rid of his big hook nose that he had.
From people were scratching it from what I understand during transformation.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think this looks good though.
Yeah, I agree. I like it, and I'm
ready to have 3 or 4 copies.
No. I'll probably have 2 of the MMC versions, but
wait till you get the repaint, the weird repaint that they do.
I'll have 2 of the X Transport.
What they do a shattered glass color.
I think I would go with X Transpot's versions first.
What if X Transpots doesn't make a shattered glass, or their shattered glass colors are different?
Then I might have another one. Damn it.
Either which way, I think you're going to have a few of these in your collection coming up. Next up, we have the X-Transpot MX-22M, the metallic version of Commander Stack. You said you weren't picking this up. Have you changed your mind?
I have not, and I'll tell you what did it. The Kickstarter just hit 10,000. And I backed the Unicron level on that, so that was a lot, and then buying stock in Skybound was a lot, and so all the money that I would have used to possibly go in on some of these figures that I already have is going to be put on hold. Plus, I think the price on this has gone up like a lot.
Yeah, it was
from when
expensive.
it was. Yeah, I already have 3 of the X Transbox versions, so I'm good.
Well, you're about to have 4 because Spectre General is in stock. They are being pretty cool. If you already paid for it, they're not going to charge you extra money for the tariffs. It's already sold out, so good luck getting it if you want it. But this is really cool. So
it will be
enjoy.
here shortly. Yes, I'm very excited about this. And yeah, I did get the message that it was shipped out a couple of days ago. I can't remember if I shared it with you that it got. I think I sent you a message that it got sent out. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think that this one's going to be one of the best versions, just because of the color scheme and the options and things that it comes with. I'm really excited about it.
Yep. Well, we'll have to see that on-air transformation video when you get it in.
Yeah, I'll share the link of the transformation video that somebody else did.
Well, that is everything we have for you. So go ahead and hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think. We'll see you soon. We got a ton of videos coming out soon, so stay tuned. And yeah, go ahead and for Spectre General, put a skull emoji down in the comments if you made it this far, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Yes, like, subscribe, share, please. We're almost at 3,000. Help us get there. As always, to all debates are won. We will see you next time. Later, folks.